Hey lovelies, thank you for stopping by my channel today. I am very excited because I have had on my tippy top skincare to try list recently K-Beauty sunscreens. If you dive deep into the world of sunscreen protection, I have always really heard that the K-Beauty sunscreens have great texture, they apply beautifully, they work well under makeup, and all of the things. So I was really pumped when Stylevana reached out to me recently and asked if I would be interested in receiving a goodie box of products to share with all of you. And of course I said yes, because I knew a few products that I really wanted to try, and they were kind enough to send along those, along with a couple other products that I will get to share with you today. I'm going to be showing you them applied. We'll talk a little bit. Now, I really was focusing on trying this skincare for a while because I wanted to make sure that it wasn't just like, hey, I tried this once and here it is. I really wanted to know that it wasn't going to react to my skin, especially sunscreens, because I know that sometimes people feel a certain way about those. But there are a couple items, makeup items, that I, in all honesty, just tried for the first time today, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But we are going to dive into the skincare, makeup, all the goods. Now, if we haven't met before, my name is Kelly and I'm a professional hair and makeup artist, and here on my channel, I strive to keep beauty real. Real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Now let's get into seeing what Stylevana sent over. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the skincare since that's what I was most excited about. I'm gonna go in order of application. I do also wanna let you all know that I have linked the products down below and the Stylevana website in case you wanna check some of these out. And I was really excited because they offered me a discount code. So this code right here will give you 10 to 15% off of your order, and I will leave those details down below, along again with the products that I've used and anything else that's on my face in case you're curious. Now, let's get to talking about the skincare. All right, so this first item, I was really excited to try. This is one that they just offered to send over. This is the Unique Calendula Complete Cleansing Oil. Now, this is obviously a cleansing oil, and I was really excited to try this out because I've really been getting back into using a balm or an oil to do a cleanse or like a double cleanse situation. I've just found that I really like the experience of it, and because going into winter, I really want to have something that is gentle on my skin. I do find that my skin, while it's normal leaning dry, in the winter it is just straight up dry and angry. And so I find that, like, if I have days that I'm wearing more makeup, rather than doing like a double foamy cleanse, I want to work with something that's a little bit more emollient first. So I have used this to take off makeup. I've also used it in the morning to just be like a nice refreshing kind of like morning wake up cleanse, because I find that my skin feels hydrated, and then I also feel like it helps get off any residue of the previous night's skincare. So the one thing that I really enjoy is this isn't like heavily fragranced. I do think, now I'm like, what does it smell like? Yeah, it doesn't. It has a very light scent to it, but it doesn't smell fragranced. So this is really just chocked full of oil. It says it's 94% pure plant oil. So I see some really great oils on here, like sunflower, you have canola, calendula. Yeah, you also have the jojoba seed oil, macadamia oil. I don't see anything on here that would be irritating, and there is no fragrance listed. So this just smells like really light and refreshing, but not like in like a fresh perfumey way. I really did like this. I will definitely be using this more. The other thing that I really like about this is I like a cleansing balm, but I don't like scooping my fingers into something, and I'll be honest, the whole like spatula thing gets lost on me because usually I lose the spatula, so we'll be talking about that in a minute. But so I really appreciate the pump of this. The only thing for me is this would be something I can't really travel with this situation because I don't see a way that you can lock this pump. And by the way, I will go ahead and list prices of these products as well, but Stylevana seems to constantly be having deals and sales on all of these things, so the price might fluctuate a little bit. But I will make sure to have listed right here the prices so that you can know what they were at the time that I edited this video. All right, so moving on, we are going to move into an essence. So this is the Isntree C Niacin Toning Ampule. So it says it's an intensive brightening solution. So I was really excited to try this because, of course, right away I thought like, ooh, vitamin C, right? So this does have vitamin C in it, but it is quite far down on the list here. I am trying to see, yeah, it is like, it's in the bottom, like, fifth of the ingredient list here. But what I do see on here are, of course, niacinamide, which is supposed to help brighten your skin. It's also supposed to help like minimize the appearance of your pores and also help with like oil control. Now, some of the things that I'm excited to see on here are aloe. That's going to be really nice and hydrating and nourishing. You have turmeric extract, which of course is going to help like reduce inflammation and just soothe the skin. We also have broccoli extract. I'm not really sure what broccoli does for the skin. If anybody knows, leave it down below. And then we also have pumpkin fruit extract. So I will say I have used this pretty consistently and I have not had any irritation from it. I also can't say that I've like seen a huge difference from it, but it's probably been about 2 weeks that I've been using this product. What I will say again though is that I haven't gotten any irritation from this, but I don't think that this is going to like replace a vitamin C in my life. So I actually have been using this in the morning and I find I'm always very hesitant with like serums and essences. I just feel like they lay weird under makeup sometimes. They pill, they like, it's not cute, but this one I have not had that happen with, so I really do like that. It's a very like thin consistency. It's not silicone-y, it's not sticky, it's not oily, it's just perfect. So if you're looking for something that could like boost the brightness in your skin, this is a great one, but again, it won't be like replacing my vitamin C. They also sent over this Axis Y Sarah Hart My Type Duo Cream. Now, the cool thing about this is that it is basically a dual-sided moisturizer. So what they say is that they have the Ceramide U-Zone Cream, which is a rich moisturizer for drier areas, and then the Heartleaf T-Zone Cream, which is supple hydration for oilier areas. Oilier? I mean, that's what they say. Is it oilier or is it more oily? Anyway, so this is one of those products, you probably won't be able to see it, but it does have the spatula here that you can use, and then it has this like little pop off top here. So I will say that's a little bit putsy for me. I don't think it would dry out if you didn't keep this on, and honestly I would probably just get rid of the spatula. But you can see in here, hopefully, you can see that there's a dual-sided like product. So you have a more like water gel consistency side, and then you have this more rich and creamy, but like still really lightweight cream. Now the way that this is designed to be used is to use the T-zone area here on your T-zone where you usually have more hydration. You also have maybe more active oil glands, and then the creamier, richer side on the areas of your face that you tend to be more dry, which really truly is like along the cheeks and through the chin, and even sometimes like on the outer edges of the forehead. I know I get really dry right here in my temples. Anybody else? The other way that you could use this is maybe you are just transitioning from summer into fall, because then that way when your skin has a little bit more hydration, you can use the gel side, and then as it gets drier, you can use the cream side, and then the reverse. Like in the winter, you could use the cream, and then like moving into spring, you could flip to the gel. So I have tried both of these individually. Today, I went ahead and applied it the way that it's recommended. Starting off with the water gel. I have tried many different like gel type moisturizers. When I was younger, that's what I really loved to use. And then as I've gotten older, I'm like, give me all the hydration. But this one actually has a nice feel to it. It is lightweight, but it's not so light that it feels like there's nothing on your skin. What I will say though is the first time I used it, it was actually before bed, just because I really wanted to like know how it felt and see what just it would look like in the morning, you know, with my skin type. By the way, my skin looked pretty good, not quite as hydrated as I wanted to. The only thing was I used way too much. I love to like slather a moisturizer on, and this one, if you use too much of it, it does get a little tacky. My face was a little tacky, which is not great when you're going to bed. But today when I used it, I felt totally confident in then going over it with my makeup. So it wasn't a problem once I like backed off of how much I was using. Now the other side, the creamy side, this really reminds me of one of my all-time favorites. I've talked about it before, the Kiehl's Ultra Repair Cream, Ultra Facial Cream, the one in the big white tub. You know, I've talked about it here. So it has a very similar feel to it. This one I would say is maybe a little thicker, and that could be a good thing or a bad thing. The Kiehl's I find just has this like magical, lightweight, yet really rich feel to it, whereas this one definitely feels like you've got a cream on your face. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely would find that this would be a nice night cream, or for me, this would probably be what I'd want all over my face in the winter time. So this I will probably save to use like going into the spring to hit down my nose. My nose does, even when my skin is dry, my nose tends to like get a little bit more oily. It might even be like flaky and oily. I'm that lucky, I know. This one though, I will save for that spring into summer, but this one is really nice. I am just finishing up that Kiehl's. I am like literally scraping it out. So I like that this is a similar one, but I'm almost like, ooh, I need to put this away for a little while because it reminds me of that texture. So I kind of want to try out something different, but I do like the concept of this. If you have a skin type where you find that you definitely have different zones of your face that have different hydration levels, this would be great for you. Or if you travel and you want multiple options in one jar, that's another great reason to have something like this. All right, let's dig into the sunscreen. I'm so excited. So this is one that I had asked for. They were so nice. They first asked like what my skin concerns were, what my skin type, is there anything that I was kind of looking to try? And I was like, sunscreen! And I said, especially this one. I really wanted to try the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel because I saw Alana from Altogether Alana talking about this. By the way, if you're looking for more like great K-beauty content, make sure you go over and check out her channel. I'll have her link down below, but she was talking about this one. In fact, I went back when Stylevana reached out to me because I was like, oh, I like needed to go back. I was like, what was that sunscreen? I didn't write it down. I was watching her video. And so I asked her, and this is the one that she had said. So this has an SPF of 50 plus, and this says that it has 8 types of hyaluronic acid. So I have to say, I don't know what I was expecting from the texture of this, but it wasn't that. It wasn't this, and I have to be honest, when I was watching Alana, I was probably like listening to her, so I don't think I even like saw her like put it on her hand or anything. But when I think of a watery sun gel, I honestly thought it was going to look more like the like gel in this, right? Well, it doesn't. It actually is more of a cream, but it's a really nice lightweight cream. So it definitely has that like sunscreeny vibe to it, but it is thin, but it's thin and it does feel like a little bit watery. It's so thin. I don't know how to explain it. And that is really nice. If you're someone where it's just like typical sunscreen feels give you the heebie-jeebies, I think you would really, really love this one. I have found that it, you know, it has a nice little bit of hydration to it, but it doesn't give you that slick feel, that like overly gloopy. So I think that this would be a really great option. Even though it's like chock full of hyaluronic acid, it's not so emollient that you can't wear it if you have oily skin. So this is one that I am really excited to have. I did not put this one on today because I used the other two that I'm going to talk to you about in a minute, but you can kind of see it on the back of, well, you can't see it, that's the whole point. You can't see it on the back of my hand here, but it does leave, like, it left my hand a little bit more hydrated than the crispy, crunchy December skin that it is right now, but it's not like overly glowy. So I really like this. Thank you, Alana, for talking about this, and thank you to Stylevana for being kind enough to send me over the sunscreen that I was so excited to try. All right, now we have not one, but 2 glowy sunscreens, which I was, again, really excited for. So first we have the Artless Glow Base from Hamish, and this one is an SPF of 50 plus, and then we have the Thank You Farmer Sun Protect Shimmer Sun Essence, and this one is a sunscreen of 30 plus. So I'm gonna put each of these on the back of my hand so that we can compare. In the application that you guys are going to be seeing, I did also do one of each on each side. So the first side that I applied, I'm just like smelling these. Oh, and by the way, none of these have had an overpowering fragrance. I have loved that. Like, I have to say, I've, like, one of the first products I ever tried was the Misha BB cream. That is like chocked full of fragrance. I mean, I don't know if it's actual fragrance, but it's very highly fragrant. So I was very pleasantly surprised to find that these aren't like super, super heavily fragranced. But the Thank You Farmer they both actually have a bit of a rosy tint to them. Now this one feels a bit more creamy and a little bit thicker. Not uncomfortable at all, but it definitely has like a nice little glow. No shimmer at all. Now the Hamish one has more of a thinner consistency, but it actually stays a little tackier. I feel like the Thank You Farmer one dries down a bit more, and honestly, I mean, you guys can let me know when you look at this side has the Thank You Farmer and this side has the Hamish on it. And I don't see the difference. I feel like maybe the Thank You Farmer has a little bit more glow to it, like a little bit. It's not even the glow, it's like it's the pearlescence or like the pinkishness of it is a little bit stronger. Am I crazy? Let me know. I'm like looking over here in the monitor, but that's what I think. But I do find that even now, like this one, it's not super sticky, but it does have a little bit of a feel to it, whereas the Thank You Farmer just sinks in a little bit more. So again, I would say like maybe if you're super dry, you might like the Artless Glow, and then if you are normal to oily, you might like the Thank You Farmer. I have to say, I think I just prefer the Thank You Farmer just because it feels a bit silkier, and if I've already gone in with a ton of like skincare, I don't necessarily need to like load on more product, but they both are nice. I will enjoy using both of these. Scent wise, I think that the Thank You Farmer has a bit more of a scent, but they still are both like very pleasant, very light. Like this is very, very light. It reminds me of like the fragrance of the Gucci primer, but like a fifth of the concentration. And I love the way that that thing smells. So I like this. It's not overpowering at all. So these are both really lovely. I feel like my makeup applied beautifully over it. By the way, I do have the Misha BB cream on. So I went through with like a very, very light bit of it though, like, and just rubbed it in with my hands. I used my hands, I know, but I just really wanted a little bit of tint for this video. So I really wanted to let the like glow of the sunscreen and the texture of that shine through for you. So I am very excited to have both of these. I'm gonna be a glowing goddess all through the winter and into the spring and summer. And remember that just because it's winter does not mean that you can get rid of your sun protection. You need to make sure that you still are applying sunscreen every day. Make sure that you're taking care of your skin if you are near a window, going outside, going for a drive, doing any of the things. So if you want something glowy while you're doing it, these are both great ones. All right, one more sunscreen. I know, I am like sunscreen set for a while. Now this one is, again, it's one that I did not use just because I feel like the reason that I would use it is sadly not a reason that I've had recently. So this is the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Airy Sun Stick. So this is kind of like from this same family, and this is exactly what it says. It's a stick sunscreen. So it's almost like a little baby deodorant. Again, almost no scent. Wow, I don't really know where I can like put this sunscreen that you will be able to, I mean, the whole point is to not see it, but you know what I'm saying. So this does have a light slippy feel, but it's almost, it dries down very nicely. It has like a silky satin feel. At first it's got a little bit more slip and then it dries down. So this for me is something that would be so nice to have in a bag if you're out for a hike, if Jeremy and I are out kayaking, like whatever, and it's like, oh my gosh, and you just want to boom, boom, you know, right on the face or on the shoulders. Oh, the shoulders. It's always the shoulders, isn't it? So this is going to be a great touch-up sunscreen for me. I'm very excited to have this one and try it out. If you're looking for something that's easy to carry, this is a great one to have. I am, again, I'll let you know in the future. It was just like, wow, 4 sunscreens that I wanted to give each a good amount of time to make sure that I wasn't reacting to any of them in any way. I just had to put one to the side, but this will be one that Jeremy and I will enjoy using in the future. Okay, we have a couple more products, and these are on my eyeballs. So we have the McQueen Waterproof Pen Eyeliner. This is a black liner. Let's see if I can apply this over the sunscreen. You aren't really gonna be able to see that, but it's on my eyeballs. I put this down first and then just use the black from the Wayne Goss Imperial palette to do more of like a smoky line. I started going and I started going and going. It wasn't the liner's fault, it was like my fault. I also was applying winged liner at 10 o'clock at night, so that will happen. But I will say, I've said it before, the Kat Von D liner, the tattoo liner, is the one that I really like because of that felt tip. This has a very similar tip. I do feel like this one is a little bit less firm though. I do have that liner around here somewhere. Where is she? All right, I'm gonna pull the Kat Von D one out to see if I'm lying. So this is the brown shade, but it doesn't really matter the shade. I don't know, they are very similar. I guess I just, when I was using the McQueen one, which by the way, this is the first time I've used it, but when I was using this one, it just felt a little bit more prone to like wibbling. I didn't have any issue, but it was once I had curled my lashes. Do you ever have that happen where you curl your lashes and there's like eyeshadow residue from a previous look on there and then it like gets on your liner? That's what happened. So I needed to go back over it, and the tip of this hit my lashes and I almost had like danger. Like it was like, oh no, because it was gonna like go above the line. So I just feel like it's a little bit more wibbly, but the color is very black. I didn't feel like I needed to like trace over this 5 times. It was very black. I think, you know, if I was gonna be ordering from the site and I needed a nice liquid pen that does have a brush tip, I would definitely pick this up. Wow, I just checked the website, and first of all, this liner right now is on sale for $4.79. Now it does look like they're having a sale. It looks like the regular price is $12.17. I don't know how often it's at $12.17, but this is right now $4.79, and they have it in the shades Deep Black, Deep Brown, and Brown Black. But it is a waterproof pen. So what I will do is I'm gonna make sure to wear this tomorrow to the salon, and I will let you know how it lasts. That way I can have like a full long day. We do actually, I'll be at the salon all day and then we have somewhere to go in the evening. So it's gonna have to last me all day. It better last me all day because I'm gonna try it out for you. And if I have any issues, I'll notate it in a comment. But I think this one, just from like feeling it, I feel like it's gonna be one that stays on. But man, for $4.79, I might be ordering some of these once my Kat Von D ones are gone. All right, we have one more product left, and it is a mascara. Of course, the ones that I have on my lashes tonight. This is the Dayalism Smudge Stop Mascara. So I don't know if Smudge Stop means that it's waterproof. Again, I'm sorry, this is the first time I've worn this mascara, but I am not usually a huge fan of a waterproof mascara because it means that it's gonna be hard to get off the lashes. So I, again, will be testing this out tonight to see how easily it comes off the lashes, and I will also wear it tomorrow for that long day and let you know how it lasts. So the thing that I found, and you'll see as I'm applying this, is the wand is a very interesting shape. It has this like kind of curve. I thought right away, oh, I'm gonna like this wand. But the thing that I find is that the head of it, the corkscrew, if you will, is so separate that it almost like corrals your lashes into slightly clumpy. Does that make sense? Like at first, the first stroke I put on, I was like, ooh, I love the effect of this. It's like thickening and it like lengthens a little bit and it just like gives them a really pretty shape. But then if I kept going too much, I feel like it just kept like putting it into those little spokes, and then everything just wanted to stay married. So what I found was like the less strokes, the better. I just quickly did a coat and then I put a little bit extra out on the outer part of my lashes. Now, because I have so much liner on, you might not be able to see, but I really do think that this has a really nice like effect to it. They are not crazy. They're not like crazy thick and they're not crazy long. It did a good job of doing a bit of both, and it is very black. I will be curious to see what this lasts like. This was a nice mascara. Right off the bat, it isn't like whoa to me, but you know how sometimes you have to have a mascara that like you have for a couple weeks until it gets perfect? I'm just not sure. I think that this mascara would be bomb if the little corkscrew was a little bit closer together. I just feel like it's just leaves too many gaps. Does that make sense? I like it. I like the way that this looks. It actually kind of gave me a like false lash look where they're like kind of like wispy and separated. Can you be wispy and separated? It's not wispy. It's like separated, like long and short. Wow. I don't know what I'm saying, but hopefully you do. So I guess at the end of the day, I'm saying that I need to try this mascara more. So little roundup here. Thanks for sticking through this with me. I am really actually pleasantly surprised with this eyeliner pen. I do have a couple other pens that I have been dabbling in to try to see if there's something out there that I like better than the KVD one, but I think that for me, the skincare is where it's at with all of this. Like, for sure, I mean, I am going to love this to death, but I was very excited to try both of these. You know that I love a good glow, and this time of year when my skin starts to feel a little bit dull, I'm going to use all the glow that I can get. So these will definitely be popping right here into my vanity where I keep my sunscreens, because this I always like wait until I come into this room. I do my skincare in my bathroom and then I come in here to start the day. And if I'm going to use a sunscreen or a primer, I always keep it in here. So these are going right in the drawer after this, and I will really much enjoy them. So I do want to say thank you so much to Stylevana for sending these over. And again, I will have all of these products linked down below and that discount code for you to save some money. I am really trying to like stick with a good skincare routine this winter. I definitely have some more skincare videos coming for you. I will be doing my like skincare favorites, my routine, and then some more goodies that I'm trying out to let you know about. So thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. If you did enjoy this, please don't forget to give the video a like. It really does help me out here on my channel. Now, if you have some faves from Stylevana that you love to pick up, let me know down below so that I know what to add to my cart next time. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you really soon. The area that you maybe have more moisture, more oil glands.